13C, we're asked to solve the system if it exists. So the first thing you want to look for is hopefully a solution that doesn't exist. Parallel, coincident planes. Unfortunately, that's not true. So the next thing we need to look for is the linear combination idea. Can I use two equations to make a third? Now this one is pretty tricky. Okay, it turns out if you take equation number 2, that's this one, and you times it by 3, so you get 3x minus 3y plus 3z equals 0. And you take equation number 1 and you times it by 2, actually sorry, not 3x, 6x. You get 2x plus 2y minus 2z equals 0. And then you subtract, so 3 times number 2 minus 2 times number 1. You end up with 4x's, negative 5y's, and 5z's. That equals number 3. So as I said, that's a pretty tricky one. Okay, I won't make anything that difficult when I'm testing you guys. Make them kind of more obvious. What does it mean when you have a linear combination for the entire equation? It means it's a line. So we can take any two equations we want, solve for the parameter, and then give ourselves a line. So let's take equation 1 and equation 2. It doesn't matter which equations you use, I just picked the first two because they have smaller numbers. My y's have opposite signs, so we're going to add them. And what do I get when I add them? I get 3x plus 0y's. Hey, 0z's also. I get 3x equals 0. That's kind of nice. X must be 0. So I can't get my parameter out of there, which means I need to take two other equations and use those to build the parameter part. So let's take, I don't know, equation 2. Let's double it. So we'll get 4x minus 2y plus 2z equals 0. And then we can use equation 3. And I want to use a different combination than I used the first time. So I used 1 and 2 the first time, now I'm using 2 and 3. Okay, we'll do our x's, they're the same sign, so we'll subtract. We'll get 3y. 2 minus 5 is negative 3z. So I can say that 3y equals 3z. In other words, y has to be z. Well, my parameter, I have to build a parameter in here. If z is t, well, it turns out that y is also t. So if I was given an equation, I'd have the value 0, 0, 0, plus t, 0, 1, 1. Or just stick in parametric form with those three things. And as I said, that's a tricky one. I won't give you anything that difficult when it comes to our assessment.